Through our experiences of making this project, we came across a problem. Most of these students could not answer what they would change about their own school system. These students are not interested by what they are learning, thus they could care less about their school.
Make it easier to get an A.
How would you make it easier to get an A?
Lower the standards.
There's like a sauna in the school. It's gonna change the sauna and the sauna. The sauna is it's hot, so hot.
Lunch.
The
Lunch.
You changed educationally wise.
Education wise, I don't know. I don't really pay attention anyway.
Despite the lack of interest, we managed to get some good answers. They all revolved around the same basic idea, and they wanted to fix the same major problems. We felt the teachers' responses had a strong connection to Emerson's ideals.
The American school system, how do I describe it? It's so far at a good level, but I would say that people wake up too early. It would be better if they would wake up at a normal time of an elementary school, let's say, and have the same time.
I would probably make the school day start later in the day. I think would be good for people because I think people are too tired when school starts.
It's the school system, American school system. It's a pretty good system. A couple flaws in it, I must admit. I think the classes are way too long.
Okay, this is very awkward. All right, so changing about education. One thing, even though it might be normally done already, is professional teachers.
Get rid of tenure.
Why would you do that?
Because a lot of teachers who have tenure are really poor teachers, and they suck.
Do more, try to get more technology in the schools because I think some people have a lot of it and some people don't. I think it's very uneven right now in the schools.
We can't teach the same thing like algebra or math or arithmetic. We should talk about like criminal justice or what's really going on in America, not the BS that we're learning year after year after year. Ever since middle school.
Well, when they got answers right, I'd give them Skittles, and if they got them wrong, I'd.
I would try to. I actually like the idea of like the science academy, doing different kind of academies. If you have specific interests, you can focus on those interests. Like if you were in the classics academy because you really like Latin, or if you like science, you can be in this kind of mini community in the building. I think that's kind of cool too. So.
I would have them work in groups and have them self-motivate themselves.
I would change the way state testing and national testing is done, make it more equitable state to state, and make it better for children, especially those who may not be going to college and may be looking for careers outside of college, more in the technical fields.
All right. Thank you.
To get a diploma, you have to create something based on a certain concentration that you went into, whether it be science or math or social studies or English. You have to concentrate in that area, and you have to create some kind of final project that's very meaningful to you and meaningful to what you would like to do in the future. I think that's something that should be added rather than just state testing.
A lot of changes going on, but maybe take them a little bit further.